everyone, welcome back to Push the Point Pack 1 Pick 1, and today we're going to combine our love of opening packs and getting ready for draft at Nationals. So thank you to the Sanctuary Gaming Centre in Sutton and Ashfield for these packs, come out fresh from a box, and we're going to do 4 packs today, go through, have a look at the strong generics, the strong class cards, and what we might pick first out of each pack. So we're going to start with the one on the left. Let's get cracking. We'll try and do this fairly quickly, and we'll just stop to look at the important cards. We've got a token, Polar Blast red, Autumn's Touch yellow, Shock Striker yellow, Invigorate yellow, Chill to the Bone blue. In the rares we've got a Weave Ice red and a Frost Fang blue. We have a Cold Wave foil. Equipment slot, we have a Honing Hood. Then we have an Inspire Lightning red, a Mulch red, a Blizzard Bolt red, Arcanic Shockwave red, a Glacial Footsteps blue, and a Dazzling Crescendo blue. So looking at this pack, we've got 2 strong ice rares, Weave Ice being an obvious option. Frostfang is a very good card, but at blue is maybe not as powerful to attack with. Might be useful in an Oldham deck as a blue ice card, especially if you manage to pull Winter's Wail. But in terms of looking at what else we've got, a yellow Autumn's Touch, pretty good, 6 power, costs 3, defends for 3 more importantly. The Polar Blast is very good, especially at red. From Arsenal you get to draw a card. And may force dominate on the opponent. So in terms of 3 cards that we're going to have a look at, Polar Blast red, Weave Ice red, and then I think there's a couple here from the class specific cards. 2 that jump out at me are the Arcanic Shockwave red. If you manage to fuse it, it does 1 arcane damage, 4 physical, 0 cost. But the one that really catches my eye is actually the Glacial Footsteps blue, and I think in an Oldham deck that can really help you both on attack and defense. So let's put these to one side. So the choice we have then, interestingly, they're all frosty cards. We have got a Polar Blast red, a Weave Ice red, and a Glacial Footsteps blue. To be honest, I don't think you can go wrong with any of the Weave rares. This is a red. Weave Ice red says the next ice or elemental attack action card you play this turn gains +3. If it's fused, it gains dominate. So that applies to any ice attack, any elemental attack. So an arrow if you're playing Lexi, or big attacks, including Glacial Footsteps. So in Oldham. So I think Weave Ice does a huge amount of work, and it's a great first pick. So, Icy Encounter blue, Sow Tomorrow red, Entwine Earth blue, Electrify blue, Lightning Surge yellow, Turn Timber rare number 1, Weave Lightning rare number 2, Flake Out foil, Mark of Lightning equipment, and then we've got a red Flake Out, a yellow Villa Flash, a red Strength of Sequoia, a red Overflex, a red Rites of Replenishment, and a red Snow Under. Alright, bit of a trickier pack. As we've said, the weave cards in the rare slot can be really good. The equipment in this, I think a Mark of Lightning is a 3 point of damage, unblockable, and really that has to go in for strong consideration. If you're looking at an Oldham deck, Turn Timber is not a bad place to start, but maybe that's a little bit early to be considering that right now. And in terms of the class cards, a red Snow Under, 7 damage, potential Frostbite if it's fused. The Strength of Sequoia, getting the Seismic Surge token and +3 on your next turn is pretty big. But then Turning our attention to the elements, a blue electrify, a lightning card that if played from Arsenal, draw a card, and if the next time an attack action card hits, it deals 1 damage to them. I think that's a really powerful card, and I think we're going to have a look at the Weave Lightning, the Electrify, and the Mark of Lightning. So the last pack was all ice. This pack's all consideration of lightning. So looking at these 3 cards, Weave Lightning gives the next lightning or elemental attack action this turn +2. If it's fused, it gains go again. Really powerful. Electrify we've just talked about. And Mark of Lightning says, whenever a lightning or elemental attack you control is defended by a card from hand, you may destroy Mark of Lightning. If you do, the attack deals 1 damage to the defending hero. So I think we're going to go with Mark of Lightning. A 3 point of damage whenever they block from hand against a lightning or elemental attack. It's just really powerful. Whether you use it early game to push damage or late game to seal the deal, I think that's a really good choice. So, 2 big picks so far. Looking at this, considering this as a pack 1, pick 1 as our token, we've got an Autumn's Touch red, solid, blue, Polar Blast, yellow, Rejuvenate, blue, Burgeoning. We've got a yellow, Rites of Replenishment. In the rare slots, we've got an Explosive Growth blue. Interesting. We've got a Channel Lake Frigid, and we've also got a foil Seek and Destroy, a double M pack. Crackerjack's also very good equipment, 3+1. And then we've got a Chilling Ice Vein, a Stir the Wildwood, a Thump, a Frazzle, a Bramble Spark, and an Emerging Avalanche, yellow. Alright, what a pack. Wow. Where to start? Let's start with the Majestics. Channel Lake Frigid, fantastic card. Go again, and then cards and activated abilities cost opposing heroes an additional 1 resource. And then obviously you have to pitch ice cards to maintain it. In terms of our foil M here, we have Seek and Destroy. Your next arrow attack this turn gains +3, and if this hits a hero at the beginning of their next end phase, they discard all cards in their hand and destroy all cards in their arsenal. Go again. Both worth considering. Explosive Growth blue. If you're thinking about committing to Briar, Explosive Growth has Earth Fusion. If it's fused, whenever it deals damage, attacks you control gain +1 this combat chain. So not just attack action cards, but any attack this chain. And it also deals 1 arcane. From the elements, we've got Autumn's Touch red, 7 damage at 3 cost, and it does block for 3. If you're thinking of going down the ice route, Polar Blast blue, again that draw a card when played from Arsenal is really important, and it threatens dominate on your next attack. And then having a look at the bottom here, a blue Bramble Spark is never something to dismiss out of hand. That arcane damage in any Briar deck can be extremely useful. And then Stir the Wildwood, 2 cost, 5 damage, potentially up to 9 damage. Blue Thump is not a bad idea if you're thinking Oldham. So what are we going to take? I mean, even the equipment's good in this pack. Thinking about what signals you might be sending, it's very difficult because there are so many. There's an extra 2 class cards, Runeblade cards. Even if you take 1, it may look like you've taken a different class card. So many Majestics. If you pass a Majestic, they're going to wonder what you've taken. I think, to be honest, the Channel Lake Frigid is, considering there's only 1 other ice card in the pack, I think it's going to be hard to turn down. It can be such a powerful card, and in terms of the 2 Majestics here, I'd say it's the more potent. And I think I'm going to take this Channel Lake Frigid. Let's see what we've got. Again, let's think pack 1, pick 1, beginning of the draft. Where are we going to end up? Winter's Bite blue, Shock Striker yellow, Entwine Ice blue, Earthlord Surge yellow. We've got a Frazzle yellow. From the rares, we've got a Summerwood Shelter blue, a Cold Wave red, a Strength of Sequoia foil, oh my goodness, and a foil, cold foil, Voltaire, and then in the sorry, it's caught me there. A yellow Buzzbolt, a yellow Inspire Lightning, a yellow Mulch, a blue Blizzard Bolt, a blue Singeing Steel Blade, and a yellow Glacial Footsteps. Wow, an amazing pack. We've got our Cold Foil Voltaire Strike Twice. Gives us the option of twice per round instance, costing 1 resource. Gives you may put an arrow card from your hand face up into an empty arsenal zone you control. If you do, choose one of either gains +1 until the end of turn, or it gains go again until the end of turn. Again, I think in draft this can be really potent. If you manage to draft Lexi with a Voltaire and a huge number of red line arrows, then you are looking good. In terms of other cards in this pack that may be worth looking at, so we've got a Winter's Bite blue, can be really annoying. Ice Action blue, great in Oldham, and then forces them to pitch or discard a card. Earthlord Surge as an earth card, a yellow, does +4, but it does cost 2. And then in terms of the class cards down here, Inspire Lightning is an interesting one. It does 2 arcane damage if it's fused with lightning. However, it's a non-attack action, but has no go again. So maybe if you combine it with a Vela Flash, it can be useful. It can be useful as a game finisher, just 2 arcane. The other rare we've got here is Summerwood Shelter blue, which is a blue earth card, again good in Oldham, and gives target defending earth or element action cards +2 as an instant, so good to get over those dominate attacks. I think the 3 that we're going to have a quick look at here are probably going to be Summerwood Shelter, sorry, not Earthlord Surge, Winter's Bite, Summerwood Shelter, Voltaire, or Winter's Bite. And again, I think taking the Winter's Bite gives a clear signal from the cards we had that ice is being taken. Summerwood Shelter can be very useful if you're going up against Oldham and heroes with Dominate, Lexi for example. But I really think in draft, if you get offered the chance to take a Strike Twice and you're happy drafting and playing Lexi, then I would go for that. So we're going to finish on that. Wow, a double M pack and a cold foil M pack. Fantastic, guys. Thanks very much for joining me today, and I look forward to seeing you for the next installment of Pack 1 Pick 1 with Push the Point. Thanks very much.